What the hell can beat the new electric car at BeamNG? Well, here you go. Welcome to this episode of RoadKill. Alright everybody, we're out in LA. Today's the final day of kind of preparation for the big race tomorrow. The Mustang got shipped out here. Everything is at the track ready. I'm not able to do any more track testing because we got to put a blower in the Mustang and we got to put a bigger shot of nitrous in it. Better tires. I'm going to try to put lighter rims on it. And yeah, I'm going to hope that I can run a 9.2 in the Mustang, because that will be the car's fastest pass, and, well, it will beat the electric car. Hopefully. Hopefully it's taking a modern car to beat, you know, a modern car. The better part about it is that it's a V8, not a 4-cylinder, like in the JDM Dream. Oh, but I'm worried. Because this is tough. This has been, you know, a tough 2 days. I'm hoping I can beat it. Because if I can beat this, this will be glorious. Ooh, perfect. Just stop out here. There she is. There's the Mustang. Oh, I haven't seen this thing. This is now Sean's car. So if I blow it up, I have to fix it for him. We've already made that deal. He knows I'm using this. Yeah, let's see how it is. Let's turn the nannies off there. Still feels good. And this thing was in an episode that never aired because I wasn't happy with the outcome of it. This is how it was recorded. But I put a nitrous kit on it, I put a blower on it, put some better tires on it. But yeah, this thing didn't go very fast. I think right now this thing only has a stage 2 blower on it, if not a stage 1. It's still the Coyote 5.0. I think it's a 100 shot of nitrous. Let's see. Oh, it's the stock ECU. Oh, we can't change that. Heavy duty block, GT350 exhaust. Okay. Stage 1 supercharger and 100 shot of nitrous. I was right. So what I want to do is I'm going to put a stage 2 supercharger on it. And I want to step up the nitrous shot to a 250. I think the block can handle a 250. Oh, 200. Well, let's do a 150 for now. And maybe at the track I'll step it up. Let's see. Let's try it with some nitrous. I can't see what the speedometer's doing. Oh, that's sketchy. Oh, man. Alright, it didn't blow up on that little bit of nitrous. I'd say that it's pretty good. I should get the better rims and tires on this thing now, though. Maybe take it out on the highway and do a quick pull. Alright, so what I did is I put EcoBoost tires on it because, or well, EcoBoost rims because they look really cool. Put some nice grippy new street radials on this thing. I put a new diff in it. It's a 355 now, so the gears are going to be a little bit longer. And I took the passenger seat out. I've already had the rear seat delete in the car, so I took the passenger seat out just so then it's a little lighter. So let's see. Let's take this thing out on the highway and see how it does. It's a little squirrely. £20 of boost off of a blower, that's even better. Alright, I think this thing can run a 9.2 on the nitrous. You know, let's just do a small little test hit of it. That was pretty good. Go this way. We can get back on the highway and loop back. Ooh. Squirrely. I'm glad I put good tires on this thing. Up here is where I want to get back on the highway. Yes. Yeah, this thing's pretty fast now. And it's not gonna blow up, at least as far as I know right now, because these are pretty wimpy hits. I just don't want to blow up the car now. If it's gonna blow up at the end of the drag strip. Not on the road. Alright, well, I think I'm as prepared as I'm gonna get for tracking the Mustang here. So, I'm gonna head over to the track and we're gonna be ready for tomorrow with this pile of garbage. and hope that this thing is the only chance that we got of beating this thing in the strip. Alright, it is the big moment where we take all these piles of junk, run them down the drag strip, and see if they are faster than a 9.4. And the only car that I have actual confidence in is the Mustang. Oh boy, what did I get myself into? So we're gonna go from slowest to fastest, but we're gonna run the electric car first. Because I want to get another base time. Let's get the app up. Let's run the ESRB. Yeah, that's it. We turn off the traction nannies. Turn off the traction nannies. We're actually going to have a light to go off of. Oh boy, it went faster at 940. Oh no. That's a bit demotivating. It is amazing how fast this thing goes, though. Like, it just has that immediate torque. First up, the Restarsto. So for people who don't know, the Restarsto is a car that I built in episode 2 of this series. It still has a 291 cubic inch V8 in this thing with a stage 2 supercharger. It's got a GRS rear end with the axle. It's still leaf springs in the back. It's got a full custom GRS exhaust system, and it's still rocking the original 4-speed out of this car. Put some racing seats in it, and this thing is nasty. This car is making probably about 400 horsepower. Never looked at the power for this car, but it's a pretty rowdy car. We tested this in the last episode. I doubt it's going to do any better here. Even though the prep is better at this track, it might. So let's get the burnout in. This car is awesome at burnouts. $11.7. Not bad. This car has gone faster before, but I think it's just the transmission. The transmission's really bad in this thing, so it's on the list to get replaced. This is now my car. This isn't the a part of the show, but this is now one of my vehicles, so I'll replace it eventually and put better exhaust pipes on this thing, because I really don't like the look of those exhaust pipes anymore. But, yep, there's the Restarsto's time. Pretty pathetic, but like I said before, this thing is going to do way better for the circuit. The Wagon. Another fan favorite, at least for me. I built this in a RoadKill Projects episode. This thing has a 500 horsepower Oldsmobile engine in it. It's got an LSD in the back of it. Stock suspension. New tires, and I put some a bash bar in the front of it. This wagon is awesome. This is one of the best drag cars I think I have in my fleet, next to the Cornet, obviously. But yeah, this thing is great. And it's not the best of burnouts, but that's just because it's an automatic. This thing does hook out the gate, though. $11.9, this thing's actually a little slower. Still pretty close to the restars, though. But this thing's just making a little bit more horsepower than it, but this thing also has a big weight difference compared to the restars, though. So, average, still not faster than an electric car, though. The JDM dream. No clue what kind of horsepower this thing is making. No clue how much... Well, yeah. No clue about anything about the car because I've built it so long ago. But we just resurrected it in the last episode. Part 1 of this 2-part extraordinarily bad idea. But, yeah. This thing's been around for a long time, ever since before I started the show. And it's never been in an episode before, or worked on in one before, but... I guess this thing, is getting a comeback. Oh my god, this thing is an absolute turd. I thought increasing the rev range would work, but... Oh boy. This thing's making no torque. A diesel engine would have been great in this car. Ah, the Cornet. Another one of my personal vehicles. This thing has never been on an episode yet. It was only in episode 30 in part 3, I think it was, in episode 30. But, yeah. So this is basically a supercharged big block 440 with a nitrous kit. This thing is on a 100 shot of nitrous. It makes almost 1,000 foot-pounds of torque on nitrous. So, yeah. This thing has the potential to go pretty fast, but I don't think it's going to be a 9.4. I don't remember the fastest pass in this car since I haven't drag raced it in a while, but the only thing that is really bad about this car is weight. This thing is a boat. This is a 440 cubic inch V8 inside of a land yacht, basically. But maybe the weight will help this thing grip and go down the strip pretty fast. At least I'm hoping. This thing can go faster. It's not revving out that bad. Yeah, this thing is constricted. I'm gonna have to run this again. No need for the nitrous if I'm gonna run it again. $11.2. This thing can definitely go faster. Might be a little crazy by doing this, but having a Hemi rev to 7 grand usually doesn't end well, especially on nitrous. But we're going to do a no nitrous pass first, just to make sure it's safe. And if this thing is going to finally blow up, I'll do a second pass with the nitrous. This thing should go way faster now, though, since it can rev out a lot more. 10-5. A lot faster. It didn't blow up. Let's do a nitrous hit. Oh, it doesn't have a good enough tire on it. This thing would have went 9s. Oh, this thing would have went 9s. Oh. This car has the potential to be fast. It just needs a grippy tire in the back of it. Wow. That's disappointing. Well, we'll see this thing again, and it will go 9s. I'm sure of that. This thing will be going 9s. The cop car. This is a salvage title cop car that I picked up for a projects episode. Basically, when Sean's Impala failed at going fast down the drag strip, I wanted to make another nitrous bomb car out of a Grand Marshal. So, here we are. Picked up a cop car, 5.5 liter V8 in this thing. It's taking a 250 shot of nitrous. It's got the 4-speed automatic out of a cop car in it. And yeah, this thing rips. It's a very good car. It just doesn't do a burnout very well. But if there's any car that is going to work very well and beat the electric car, I have my faith in this thing and the Mustang. Because last I know, I ran a 9.6 in this thing. So, yeah. If I can get this thing to launch hard, we might be able to go fast. But there's a unique way of using this car. So, BeamNG has 2-step in it, which I'm going to step up the 2-step to 5,500. Yeah, this thing will not do a burnout with the converter that's in it. Basically what you want to do is, you head up to here, let off the brake, activate the nitrous. (9.7). So we're in the 9s. There's one other way that I want to try launching the car, and I want to put the 2-step up a tiny bit. (9.7) again. Yeah, this thing ain't gonna get faster. Oh, there we go. We're getting closer, though, at 9.7. This is the fastest car of the day here. The Mustang. This was a car that was seen last season to go up against the RoadKill vehicles and a Viper, and it did pretty decent, but I've acquired this car. Now Sean owns it, and yeah, we just souped it up. So hopefully this thing will beat the electric car. Oh, that 6th gear. The trans is not good for this at all. Alright, we're stepping up the nitrous shot. I'm not accepting that. Alright, let's hope. I tuned the nitrous up a little bit more. We're on a 250 shot. Man, this thing is sketchy. It's not enough nitrous. The transmission is too bad for this, too. Damn. That's defeating. Well, there you go. We can't beat an electric car. At least on the drag strip. There's a few vehicles that are going to try to beat it around the racetrack, though. Okay. Man, I have been recording for 2 hours now. I've done part 1 and part 2 back to back. I shouldn't have done that, but we're going to run these 3 cars around the track, the electric car, we're going to go with the Restarsto, and we're going to end it off with the JDM Dream. I think both of these cars are going to beat this car around the track because of one weakness that I know about these cars. And this is why I always think that electric cars are not a good idea. So what we're going to do is, this car is going to lead the pits. I start the timer, and it's going to reach the end of the pit, the other end of the pit lane. That's when the timer ends. So, let's get it out on track here. And go. Now these things do have torque. But I know the one place where this car is going to struggle. It's definitely struggling in the corners here. Alright, go easy with the corner here. Now already this thing is not doing very well without the traction control on. But here's where it's gonna hurt this car. Right there. This car tops out at 158, and I know the Restarsto can reach a higher speed on that back stretch than this thing. And I'm also pretty sure that both cars can corner a lot better than this car, which is where this thing is losing a lot of time. Also, another win that the RoadKill cars are having right now, look at the gas gauge. And stop. So that was a 1 minute and 48 second lap, which is very impressive for this car. Oh, it doesn't turn. This thing is bad at turning. But this thing has the range of nothing, basically. The RoadKill vehicles are barely out of gas yet. And this is talking about a 4-banger and an 8-cylinder V8. They're barely out of gas compared to this thing. This thing doesn't have very good range. So let's get the vengeance on here. Skip the come on. Here we go. Let's get this thing on track. Oh boy, the brakes. Oh no. Yeah, the brakes aren't good on this car. They lock up way too easily. Oh, this thing is sketchy. Oh boy. Wow, this thing is sketchy as hell. Oh boy. Two minutes and 19 seconds. That was expected, because I didn't realize how sketchy this thing is. Oh, come on. Wow. This thing is sketchier than I remember it being. Well, it's all in the hands of the JDM Dream here. Can the little four-banger beat the electric car? Brakes are way better. Oh, that did it for the car. Yep, this thing's not gonna go as fast. That was like 2 minutes. Ah. You know, and I'm too tempted. I'm too tempted. I think we need to give it a try. Last chance. Oh, come on. $141. What did the electric car do? Like a 148? Tires are too grippy. The Mustang beat it, though. There you go, everybody. It takes a supercharged 5.0 Mustang to beat an electric car. Oh, boy. Man, was that an adventure. Wow. All these vehicles, all that work to beat an electric car. That's saying something. Ah. Well, there you go, everybody. I beat an electric car in the Mustang. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode, and we'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.